Well, could I bid you a warm welcome, a very warm welcome, actually, to this room. We believe it or not, we were due to have a much bigger room in committee room 14, but unfortunately, the bill committee that's looking at the mental health bill decided they were going to sit till 7 o'clock, so we weren't allowed to use that room. But we've got the next biggest room we could get. So thank you for your forbearance. Second thing I'll just say, apologies for being late, but I've been chairing the Backbench Business Committee, where we've been receiving debates, requests for debates for the spending of government departments, so estimates days, which are happening in a couple of weeks' time, and also normal applications. And you may be interested to know, we received an application today for the anniversary of the 1947 partition of India. We haven't debated that in this House for a very long time indeed. So it's quite timely, and there will be a debate probably, I can't guarantee this, but probably either just before the recess or just when we come back in September on that particular issue. I should also say that, as Babajit says, it's quite rightly, I co-chaired this all-party group. It's one of those areas that I passionately believe in, as John was quite rightly saying, that we act on a cross-party basis on health-related matters. This is complementary, as opposed to being in opposition to modern medicine. And the only reason why I can't continue chairing this all-party group is because this place has decided to limit the number of chairmanships we can have artificially, which means that we are not able to promote the good causes that we wish to promote. And there are huge numbers. Your agitation will help, and others' agitation will help. There are huge numbers of very good causes that are now not represented in Parliament. And that is to the detriment of Parliament and also to the causes that we all care about. Now, you will know, of course, that India's great gift to the world is yoga. And we've got yoga incorporated into the National Health Service plan, so that yoga is recognised as being something that augurs good health. And I think one of our problems about our National Health Service is often we concentrate on curing sick people as helping people be well for far longer. And so prevention is far better than cure, as we know. And so yoga is directly contributing towards people's better condition of health in that particular way. Equally, I had the opportunity a few years ago now to open an Ayurveda centre in Kerala, and we opened it in a modern hospital, so that we had modern medicine alongside traditional medicine, which demonstrates how complementary it is. And one of the things that most people don't know, most people, you probably do know because you're an educated audience, but most people in this country don't know that the most frequently visited state in India is actually Kerala for health-related matters. And one of the great things I was able to do was go and have daily massages and an opportunity to really relax, which politicians is something we value considerably. And to get all the tension and other things that build up on you, to get that out of your system, which you then think, what if we could actually do this properly in this country? And I always say to people that challenge me, and John, you've probably heard this before, people that challenge me or others that promote traditional medicine say, this medicine has been around for 6,000 years or more. People have been doing this, and what we do in modern medicine is use traditional herbs, plants, and synthesize them into modern medicine. But actually, isn't it better to use the real product in the first place, which is what you do under these particular auspices? Equally, the value of traditional music. Traditional Indian music is often very soothing and actually calms people down. And in this world at the moment, we could do with an awful lot of calming people down rather than going to war. So actually, promoting these things, I think, is something we should continue to do. So bear in mind, that's one of the reasons why I'm always going to help and assist. I hope we can get these ridiculous rules on all party groups changed, so that those of us that care about these things, can play a full and active part in the way that we operate. Because these rules mean that because it's an all-party group, we have to have someone from the Labour side, and someone from who are the government, and someone from the opposition, as being of the officers. And if we can't get that, we can't have a registered all-party group, which is very frustrating. It's very frustrating on enormous numbers of good causes that unfortunately have had to be dropped. There are also a large number of countries that we haven't got an all-party group registered for at the moment because of these ridiculous rules. So hopefully we'll get them changed because we've got a cross-party agreement to do so. But can I thank John for his support and his efforts over the years, because this is all about, and Verenda, of course, because this is all about not party politics. This is about a cause which we can all sign up to and embrace. And it's all about people being better and all about people living longer and healthier lives. Last night, I hosted a workshop, Verenda, you were there, on domestic violence in the Indian community, which we know is a really serious issue. But we also included a bit of a lecture on good health for ladies as part of that, and good diets, and which I think was an opening. I think both of us, Brenda, were looking at each other thinking, my goodness me, I hope he's not talking about us in terms of diets and exercise. But certainly it was something that we all have to think about. And the one thing I would just say is I'm very glad that we're not going to try and do some yoga stretches in here right now. Because I'm looking at the audience and the space we've got, and I think it's not going to really accord with the layout of this particular room. But as I say, a very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for coming, and thank you for the commitment you're showing to this immensely good cause. And together, I think we'll be able to convince our National Health Service of the value of traditional medicines, for them to be included as part and parcel of the National Health Service 10-year plan. Thank you. I think they want to. Yeah. Oh, right. There's always a. There's a model. Yeah. I'm not marrying you, but. So, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, can I just say one thing as well? In terms of photography, I don't mind you taking photographs in here, but please, after we leave here, no photographs in the corridor. Because this young lady here is going to tell you off and then get her men armed with guns. So the peace and tranquility will go.
So, thank you so much, Bob. And you see that we are here, the room is packed, as it always has been during the history of the APPT in the traditional sciences. And I'm very much delighted that John has taken, the mantle to follow, in your and Rindaji's footsteps to resurrect the group. And I humbly urge you and all your senior parliamentarians to be part of this group, please. Thank you. And there is a very special gentleman who has come here to see you, Bob, all the way from Manchester. He's a very senior surgeon at the NHS in Manchester, and so he wanted he only wanted to come down to this meeting if you were going to be here. So that's why we have seen a light on your office. So I want to introduce Dr. Rajinder Pal Singh, and he's going to offer you something. He's going to just talk 1 minute to what he's bringing to you.